Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey Lott. I am currently completing a Master's of Education in the Instructional Technology program at Kennesaw State University. This is my capstone presentation, and the title is Increasing Social Skills Among Students with Disabilities Through the Use of Virtual Environment Applications. The Instructional Technology program required me to create and implement a capstone project for a need in my school. After speaking with special educators and administrators, the need for students with disabilities to increase social skills is evident. So many students with disabilities struggle with social norms and appropriate communication. After conducting research, a virtual environment seemed like the perfect place to start teaching students with disabilities social skills. The title of my project was Increasing Social Skills Among Students with Disabilities Through the Use of Virtual Environment Applications. Students with disabilities lack the social and functional skills that often seem so easy to individuals without disabilities. Fortunately, the emergence of technology applications provides many opportunities for students to learn these skills that many people take for granted. Students with disabilities often cannot recognize facial expressions, understand the perspective of turn-taking or time, or leave the classroom due to physical impairments. The virtual application I chose to use was called the Social Express. The Social Express is a virtual environment that teaches students with disabilities various social skills through lessons, webisodes, and quizzes. In order for virtual environments to be effective, special educators must be appropriately trained. I also decided to host professional development meetings to teach educators about virtual environments and how to integrate them into lesson plans. So first, parents were informed of the capstone project in August. Parents then completed pre-surveys where they ranked their child's social skills on a scale of 0 to 4. Special education teachers who wanted to learn more about virtual environments volunteered to attend professional development meetings. Special educators also completed pre-surveys based on their confidence with virtual environments where they ranked their skills on a scale of 0 to 4. All results served as baseline data. Professional learning development materials were created based on the results of the teachers' surveys. Over the course of 4 months, students completed lessons 1 through 3 on the Social Express application on iPads. Here, they learned social skills through webisodes, lesson activities, and quizzes. In November and December, special educators attended professional development meetings. In December and January, parents completed post-surveys on each student's functional and social skill levels. Special educators also completed post-surveys to determine if they were more confident in their use of virtual environments after the professional development meetings. Students completed post-tests to determine if progress was made. Informal observations of students and special educators were conducted periodically throughout this semester. So again, students were evaluated using pre-assessments, pre-surveys, post-assessments, and post-surveys. Special educators were also evaluated using these means. Students and special educators were observed throughout the whole period of the capstone, and notes were recorded based on their behaviors and how well they integrated the new information. So graphs were then created and shared based on the data to students, parents, and special educators. Students may have to work longer than the allotted time on social skills if there's not enough progress shown, and if there is not enough time during the professional development sessions, then additional sessions will have to be conducted so that teachers are fully confident with their use of the virtual environments. Here are the standards that were covered over the capstone. There was 2 PSC standards covered related to digital learning environments and professional learning and program evaluation. For ISTE, there is also the professional development and program evaluation standard that was used. The main goal of this capstone was to increase social skills among students through the use of the Social Express app on the iPad. They were able to finish it in a timely manner, but it would have been more beneficial if the application had more iconic text rather than regular text. A lot of teacher and paraprofessional support was required as students completed lessons, since it was difficult for students to complete portions that had a lot of text. So this being said, the students required more assistance than expected, and this was a huge obstacle that we had to overcome. It also appeared that some students just guessed on the Social Express lesson quizzes rather than really picking a correct choice. So more rewards and incentives were needed to encourage students to really think about their answers and to get them correct. Another obstacle I faced was that it took longer to create materials for professional development meetings than expected. The results of special educators' surveys were kind of all over the place, making it difficult to target specific areas for growth. So here are some results from the parent surveys. The evaluation of these surveys show that parents believe their child showed somewhat of an increase in social skills after intervention. Unfortunately, not as much progress was shown as expected. Students showed the least amount of progress in the Social Express quizzes, and this could again have been because the quizzes were too challenging for the students. But the parents showed that they saw somewhat of an increase in social skills, but again, not as much as I was hoping for based on those surveys. Next are the results of the student pre-test that they took in August and the post-test that they took in December. So all students showed an increase in scores from pre-test to post-test with at least a 30% increase in accuracy. So this is something I was pleased with. The students also showed an increase in social skills through informal observations I saw in the classroom. The students began responding more appropriately to peers, recognizing emotions, and behaving appropriately. So this shows that the students did learn some new skills through the application. Next are the results from the special educators' pre- and post surveys. These results show that teachers felt more confident in their use of virtual environments after the professional development sessions. So many educators who strongly disagreed with certain survey items changed their response to agree or strongly agree after intervention. And again, informal observations were conducted and educators were correctly using virtual environments in their classrooms. So I was very pleased with that. The experience through this capstone was positive, and student and special education teacher progress was shown. To facilitate success, it is important that the students continue to use the Social Express application and teachers continue to participate in professional development opportunities. I really enjoyed working with my students and colleagues. I was surprised that my colleagues caught on to information as quickly as they did during professional development meetings. I wish that I was able to conduct more observations after meetings to ensure that teachers were appropriately implementing the applications. Due to lack of time, I was not able to observe as much as I would have liked, but I appreciated and welcomed any feedback from my colleagues as I wanted to ensure that they knew I valued their opinions and time. My students caught on quickly to the Social Express application. However, like I mentioned earlier, I do wish that the device had less text on there and more visuals to help my students who cannot read. I was very pleased with the students' progress with the social skills through the Capstone project, and my findings through this project aligned with a lot of the findings I found when I completed research. So I'm glad that that stayed consistent. I was able to find a new means of helping my students learn how to increase their social skills. Right here are the copyright acknowledgements. So research was conducted, like I mentioned. I created these graphs, and the image sources are listed under the images, and I found all of these through Google. So thank you for listening. I appreciate it.